Welcome back to another behind the scenes where today we're going to be filming some more car reviews. This is actually going to be one of a huge batch of videos that we're doing for Ben Travis and his Electric Ben YouTube channel, which we've helped him set up and kind of strategize that in terms of hopefully growing that channel. Location one for this one today is Darlington Arena. My phone is now ringing, and as luck would have it, here is Ben right on cue.
I'm all good to go.
Ben has picked the car up. We've decided to come straight to the first location, get some of the sort of scene setting shots. We've had the drone up already, get the cameras set, and then as soon as he arrives, we'll be good to go. There's quite a lot to film. We've already filmed one last week and kind of learnt the best way to get everything done within one day. Pretty tricky to do, but we're going to have drones up. We're going to have cameras mounted on the back of the cars, and then the Blackmagic cinema cameras for the proper pieces to camera, as well as a camera in the car to get some driving shots, kind of talking to camera, the proper Top Gear style car review. So we've got 3 locations in total today, all 3 of which look amazing. This is the first one here, and then we're off to Raby Castle and some Abbey, which I can't remember the name of, a little bit later on, and you're going to join us. Let's go.
Straight in front of you, changes drive mode.
Got you. That's cool. What a funky little car. I wasn't too sure about this camera at first, but it is an absolutely unbelievable bit of kit. The Pocket 3 on the gimbal, self-shooting, point and go camera, absolutely awesome. But one thing that it does amazingly well is when it's clamped onto the back of the car, stabilizes the rolling shots just so unbelievably well. And shout out to Artistic Future on Instagram, who I first saw using these and getting absolutely unbelievable shots. He's now onto the Ronin 4D onto the back of the cars, which will be our next step, but it's still my new toy and I don't fancy taking the risk of dropping it on a motorway. So we'll stick with this because I don't care if we lose this, but the shots do look very good. So these are the tiny little ND filters. I don't know if you'll even be able to see this. Tiny little magnetic ND filters. Which clip onto the Osmo, which are mint and they work really, really well, but just constantly, immediately you get fingerprints all over them, so you've got to be a bit careful of that. But the way that they work, the magnetic is pretty cool. I think this should work. There we go. ND filter on. Right, so we've got that clamped onto the back of the car, and then you basically connect that with the app. That's on the phone at the minute. We'll normally run it on the iPad, but the iPad's being a bit of a pain. And then we'll have that onto the back of the car, and as you'll be able to see here on the phone, we can then control it. So we can see Jono, and we can see me. And then the amazing thing is that when you lock onto something, as it moves, the camera will track you. We're not doing anything on the buttons there. The camera is literally tracking us itself. And then it does that with the car. Works an absolute treat, and we get some mega rolling shots. Cool, right, can I click this straight onto you? These are meant for the like not in-camera transitions, but just the little, what Andy Willman from Top Gear will call edit wank. That is his technical term, where instead of just showing a shot of the car, you see all of the like really quick whip pans before it'll then show the shot of the badge or the light or the wheels or whatever. Clever, innit? That's all right, that man. Yep. Okay. Yep.
I think they could have gone body colour, but I do see the advantages of it. This vehicle can accept up to 11 kilowatts AC and up to 100 kilowatts DC. This is the 52 kilowatt hour battery, and this vehicle has a range of up to 200.
Do you want some BTS? So at the minute we're doing the exterior shots of the car, and then we're going to go for a drive, get some reviews and thoughts of that, then film some interiors at a different location. But we are running slightly late because it took a long time to get the car handed over from the dealership. So as soon as we're done here, we're straight off onto the next one. How can you see me in the mirror? Because all I can see is you. Oh yeah, hang on a minute, that's how it works. We're gonna get some rolling shots now. We're just driving out of Darlington. We've got the Osmo on the back, and then Ben with the iPad there, linked up to the camera. And then all that we do is just give Ben some direction on the road to try and get some overtaken shots, or actually technically undertaken in some cases. Oh no. Yeah, and just try and get some really nice tracking shots. Now, B roads tend to work a little bit better. We're driving out of housing estates at the minute, which looks a bit crap. So yeah, some really nice kind of like winding B roads. And when you watch all the Top Gear reviews and all the any kind of motoring shows, that's where you'll find the best shots.
Another overtake on the straight as soon as it hits the 70.
Any good?
Yeah.
As quickly as possible. Happy? How would it happy to be alive? You not?
Yeah, sometimes. Swings.
No, I meant, are you happy with the shot?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, wouldn't do same again as the Dacia if you want. Yeah, so everything in the front, in terms of tech and kit, and then I would maybe say in terms of space, decent, and cut to the back, and then also the boot. Okie dokie. So I'm talking very quietly. If I hold the microphone up here, it might help, because it turns out that the microphone over there can hear literally everything. So we've tiptoed our way over. We're going to film some interiors of the car, which Ben's going through now. Both Bens over there going through now. Then we're going to get all the overlays and close-ups. We've already done a bit of driving, which you will have hopefully seen. Got some nice tracking shots. Raby Castle, stunning views on the drone as well. And then we're going to be off to Eggleston Abbey, which is the final place where we'll kind of wrap up the filming and get Ben's final thoughts. But actually, in terms of time, we're at roughly about 2 o'clock. Kind of running on time, maybe almost running ahead. We'll see how long it takes us to film the interior stuff, because that can be a little bit fiddly, setting up a new camera angle each time. But so far, so good. So one thing that I quickly want to talk about is one of the reasons that we have the Osmo on the back of the boot, as I crush my head, is production value. So when people try and replicate these kind of Top Gear style or Grand Tour style car reviews, one thing that they don't think about is the actual production value and the style in which things are filmed and edited. And I'm doing my absolute very best to try and replicate all of that. So when you see Top Gear reviews, one of the things that actually makes it without you really realising is what Andy Willman would call edit wank. So all those big quick flashes and strobes and lighting effects and all those kind of things that are just like half a second or a few frames make all the difference. And exterior shots is another one. Being able to see the car move really quick, seeing that excitement, agility of the car and kind of that creativity is much better than what everyone else does, which is just get a wide shot on a camera and just track a car as it drives past on the road. And that's their only exterior shots. Obviously it looks a bit crap, and we're trying our absolute very best to have the best production value, the best filmed shots, and the best edited. So that's the reason that we put quite a bit of emphasis on this. Majority of the day is actually the exterior shots, the tracking shots, really trying to not necessarily match. I don't think we're ever going to match Top Gear and Grand Tour, but doing our best. This is the problem with buying really expensive, strong magnets, is that they will literally rip your fingers off if you put them too close together. However, the mount on the windscreen like so, bosh, and they literally, well, that didn't prove my point very well, did it? And they literally will not move. So yeah, like I say, we were trying to mount a Blackmagic onto this originally, probably the camera a little bit too heavy to only have two mounting points. When you do see Top Gear and Grand Tour, which I pay very close attention to, you'll see that they've actually got 4 or 5 suction mounts on the inside of the car, one for lights and the rest to hold the weight of the camera. So anyways, we're going to go a little bit more simple because we've got a huge batch of these EV videos to produce. So we want to try and keep it quick turnaround, quick setup. So we're going to go with the GoPro. It does have the D-Warp on this so that you can film at, I think it's like a 18mm equivalent. And it looks smart enough. The rock steady stabilization in this, absolutely mega. So any bumps, any kind of shakes that you do get will absolutely be eradicated, which is really good. Now that mount or magnet might actually have to move, but that is roughly going to end up going somewhere like that, not exact just yet. And then the other thing that we put in here is the panel light, because when you're filming outside of the window, it's so much brighter. So the panel light just helps keep the driver, in this case Ben, lit up properly. And then what we do here, if Jono probably can't see in the footwell, of which there is no space left, we have this great big huge battery which does us the job to serve us and power the cameras and the lights and the iPad and everything all day. So that works out pretty handy. So we're going to go to the next location. Ben's basically got about 20 minutes to chat all that he wants about the car, everything that he likes, dislikes, how it drives, how it handles, and then we'll be doing our roundup, and a job is a good one. Right, so that is everything finished and filmed up. Our last location, Eggleston Abbey, looks absolutely tremendous. The only problem was this Discovery, which I'm not a fan of, being, well, I'm not a fan of it full stop, and I'm not a fan of it ruining our shots in this public car park. How dare it park there? But the final shot that we got still looked absolutely mega. Really, really happy with it. That's 3 locations that we've done today. Tracking shots, rolling shots, drone shots between each one, and having the camera in the car amongst some of it for Ben to give his review whilst driving. We've managed to pretty much film everything from 10 till, what is it today? Now, 4:30, 6.5 hours. That is a lot of filming and now a lot of editing to piece it all together. But hope you've enjoyed that one, seeing the behind the scenes of these car reviews. I absolutely love filming these kind of car content, any kind of car content, and especially when we try and tie that into Affinity Racing and some of the stuff that I want to do on my own channel over there. Links in the description for that. Make sure you go check it out and subscribe. Other than that though, I will see you in the next video.